my advice would be that we should avoid sitting down on the ground. We should avoid squatting. Why? Because half of the Indian population thinks that sitting down on the ground is a good exercise for their legs.
Yeah,
But
I think I am in that list as well. Is it not?
the thing is, when you squat or you sit down, sitting down is easier. But when you try to get up, the pressure coming on your joints is almost twice your body weight. And that's when maximum wear and tear occurs.
Hi guys, this is Minitivan and you're watching HealthSite and India.com. On World Arthritis Day, today we have with us Dr. Manish Sontake, Senior Joint Replacement and Joint Surgeon, Fortis. Hi doctor, how are you?
All well, ma'am, all well. Thank you.
So the very first question that comes to my mind, doctor, right now is that what is really the significance of World Arthritis Day?
We celebrate World Arthritis Day on the 12th of October every year. It's a program to create awareness among the people regarding the ill effects or existence and complications of this chronic debilitating disease called arthritis. Now, arthritis is a progressive, irreversible damage of the articular cartilage of a joint, causing severe pain and deformity and changes in activities of daily livings of the patient. At the same time, there is almost 30% of the population of India is affected by arthritis. Now, because of lack of awareness and people continue to work and bear the pain and suffer from this disease chronically.
Okay. But having said that, people often confuse joint pain with arthritis. So how can one really differentiate?
Joint pain is a cause of arthritis, but not every joint pain is arthritis. Joint pain can be caused by muscle weakness. Joint pain can also be caused by some kind of infection. You can have a gouty arthritis also that can give you joint pain. Most commonest cause of joint pain is muscle weakness.
Okay. But then in that case, what are the early symptoms of arthritis?
The earliest symptoms of arthritis is pain and swelling. At the same time, patient may have some restriction of movement. They find it difficult to sit down on the ground, difficult to squat, difficult to do activities in which they have to bend their knees more. There is swelling of the joint because the body tries to protect the joint by putting in more lubrication. At the same time, patients do have restriction of movement. Maybe they are not able to bend their knees or bend their forward in the spine for that reason.
Okay. So is arthritis really treatable and when should one seek medical attention?
Arthritis is absolutely treatable. One should seek medical attention at the earliest whenever they have any symptoms. Arthritis is most commonest in the knees and spine because these are the primarily weight-bearing joints of our body. So once the early treatment starts as simple exercises, most of the people think that taking medication is going to solve their problem, but the actual solution to the term arthritis is regular exercises. No joint works by itself. The joint is worked by the muscle. So if you strengthen the joint or muscle of that joint, it's going to get better.
So are physiotherapy is efficient in when it comes to arthritis?
Yes, absolutely. In early arthritis, painkillers are only for the days for 5 to 7 days, not more than that. Okay. Physiotherapy, most of the people are think that walking or running is an exercise for your lower limbs, for your spine, for your knees. Wherever your weight is coming on your joint is going to wear it off, remember. So nobody really tells them that leg extensions with weights and back extension exercises are the mainstay of treatment of arthritis and osteoarthritis of the knees. Okay. So those are the very limited exercises that can actually strengthen your knees.
Okay. And since we are still in the middle of a pandemic, so has COVID-19 in any way impacted arthritis or the lives of the people with the disease?
Absolutely. People have suffered throughout the pandemic because all the elderly people who were previously ambulatory, they used to go for walks, they used to go for exercises. They are all homebound, and being homebound, they were not able to do their regular exercises. So they have suffered a lot of muscle wasting. And this muscle wasting has actually increased the problems of osteoarthritis. Their pains have become uncontrolled now, and they have really suffered through the pandemic.
Okay. And, apart from the medical treatment and apart from the exercises, is there anything that one can do from their end to prevent arthritis? Like considering, earlier we used to think that arthritis is only meant for old people or old people are more accustomed to such diseases. But these days we are seeing people as young as 25, 30, suffering from these diseases.
So now that's the most surprising part of it. We are seeing patients who have developed full-blown arthritis at the age of 50s. So initially, people used to have cervical spondylosis, lumbar spondylosis at the age of 50 to 60. Now younger patients are having because of the sedentary lifestyle. Now secondly, the incidence of obesity has increased a lot, and people don't exercise. That's the only reason, because we are seeing arthritis at such early ages. The most important thing is to keep your body weight in check, because more the weight, more the wear and tear will happen, because your weight is going to come on your joints only. Second thing, you have to exercise as a daily routine. It's a major lifestyle change. You have to avoid fatty foods, and you have to exercise regularly on a daily basis.
Also, doctor, another question that comes to my mind is, by what stage or till what stage, painkillers will be efficient? And, because I'm sure after a certain point, surgeries are also required. So what is the parameter to define whether this will work? Medicines will work up till here, and now the patient needs the surgery. Also, are surgeries commonly available, and what's the statistics of surgery, knee replacement surgeries in India?
So basically, all patients who have progressive disease that is lasting for more than 1.5 to 2 years, and once the patient notices that in spite of taking all medication and doing the exercises also, if he's not giving adequate relief, in that case, he should consider surgery, because the criteria for us is that you should be mobile. If the patient is not mobile, it's of no use. Now, knee replacement surgery is very, very accessible, and it's a regular surgery that is being done without any complications nowadays. Almost 15 to 20% of the population who doesn't have medical insurance, or the people in the villages, have to live with this debilitating disease throughout their life with deformities. And taking most of the patients that we see who are coming from rural areas do have some kind of side effects because of taking medication for a long time. Now, knee replacement surgery is a boon for such patients. You can correct the knees very well, and at the same time they can walk again as much as they want.
Also, having said that, are there any recent advancements in the joint surgeries?
Yes, the kind of knee replacement that we do a minimally invasive knee replacement surgery nowadays, in which the quadriceps tendon of the knee joint is not cut, so there is very minimal bleeding. There are no drains, there are no tubings that are left. The patient is able to stand and walk from the day of surgery itself. Usually the hospital stay has reduced to hardly 3 or 4 days nowadays.
Well, I think thank you so much, doctor. This has been very, very insightful. Thank you for joining us today, and thank you for enlightening our viewers.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.